Beyond Lifetime's Blood and Fires of the Phoenix. By Mary Grace Carvalho. Chapter 16 Part 2. I am the Dragon Fire God's Wife. The King of Etheria versus the God Slayer. Lyra stepped out of Eldrin, the forest sealing itself behind her. Silence followed, as if nothing had ever been there. Then, her gaze shifted. Towered the border of Avelos. The tower stood in the distance, quiet yet calling to her. Something about it pulled unexplainable. She saw it. A blue Altetia flower glowing faintly alive, calling her. Lyra stepped closer, drawn as if she had done this before. A memory stirred, then it came back. The dream, the man, ash blue hair. The moment he caught her before she fell into the water. Lyra's breath caught. She vividly remembered the dream she had about him, and the proof that he was real. The memory unfolded again. She stood before the man with ash blue hair, her heart already reacting before her mind could understand.
I should be dreaming of my husband, Nathan. Why is it that you are in my dream?
We meet in dreams not because I follow you, but because your heart and your soul long for my presence.
Maybe I wanted to see you again because you didn't tell me your name, and you spoke about your lost wife. And the flute, the hymn, it feels so familiar, like it was played for me 1,000 times.
Larytheum, my lady. The mind may forget, but the heart and the soul never do.
Lyra's chest tightened upon hearing the words the mysterious man said to her. Her heart pounded violently, and tears fell without warning.
I'm sorry. I don't know why my tears just fell.
It is your heart, my lady. That's why your tears suddenly fell. Tell me, do you feel like your heart knows me? I told you about my wife, yes. I lost her because she was taken away from me. I failed to protect her. And now, the time has come and I can finally claim her back, after all these centuries of waiting. Now she is just right in front of me. I only needed my wife to remember me.
Your wife? Please don't look at me like I am she.
Forgive me, my lady. I cannot and never could look upon any other woman the way I do my own wife.
Why are you saying that your wife only needs to remember you? Has she forgotten about you? And please, do not make me feel that I am that woman.
My eyes do not lie. I only wish for one thing, that you remember me. Search for me within your heart and deep within your soul, for my name has been carved there long before you even knew your own. My Larytheum, you need only call my name. Speak it with the love your soul still remembers, and the curse of my endless slumber will finally shatter. I will awaken to your voice once more, free from the silence that bound me for so long. And every lost memory stolen by time, pain, and fate will return to the place where it has always belonged, within you.
I don't understand, but my heart feels that you're telling me the truth. Why does my soul feel so connected to you? Why does it feel like it is with you that I truly belong? Something inside me is struggling to awaken, and every moment of it feels both agonizing and thrilling.
Lyra looked into his eyes, and her tears only fell harder.
Because you are. Do not be afraid of what you feel. I have always been a part of you, and you are the whole of me, my all. My everything.
He raised his hand and softly wiped away her tears. cradling her face with such tenderness as he spoke.
Your tears are the only thing I never wish to see. So do not weep, unless they are tears of joy, my beloved. I must leave now. I cannot stay longer, or the power that holds the darkness at bay will weaken. I will not unleash doom upon the realms, simply because my wife stands before me, yet remains so far away, because she does not remember me.
Before she could speak, he smiled and placed a glowing blue Altisha flower in her hand.
This flower was born from my love for you. Treasure it, for as long as it remains in your hands, the path to me will never truly disappear. Hold on to it if you wish to see me again in your dreams. Until we meet again, my Larytheum.
Once again, with eyes filled with a longing that refused to let her go, he lifted Lyra's chin gently and leaned toward her lips. And Lyra, unable to resist the pull between them, closed her eyes as if she had waited centuries for this very moment. Lyra awoke from the dream with trembling breaths. And there, before her eyes, was the crystallized blue Altisha flower. Her eyes widened in disbelief as her heart began pounding uncontrollably.
I can't believe he is real. Whoever you are, if you are a forgotten memory buried somewhere within me, then I will do everything I can to remember you once more.
As Lyra remembered the dream about the ash-blue-haired prince, her heart stirred once more. The flute, his voice, the way he looked at her, as if she was someone he had waited centuries to see again. Then her gaze fell upon the blue Altisha flower resting near the waters at the border between Avelos and Eldrin. Glowing softly, untouched, calling to her, Lyra stepped closer, slowly drawn by something she could not explain. Her fingers lifted toward the flower, wanting to touch it, wanting to know why it felt so familiar. Then suddenly a hand grabbed hers. Firm, immediate. She turned, looked surprised, and lifted her gaze, only to find the man from the archery field standing behind her. The dark armor, the steady gaze, the same stranger who somehow always appeared at the right moment. It was Roy, and though she still did not recognize him, something about his touch made her heart pause. Roy slowly released her hand, but his gaze remained fixed on the flower.
Have you not heard the story of that flower? That flower belongs to only one woman. The dragonfire god created it for his wife. It was born out of his love for her. No other woman has ever been allowed to have it, and those who tried died the moment their fingers touched it.
Lyra's eyes slowly began to glow, soft at first, then brighter, as if the flower itself was calling to something buried deep within her. Roy's expression changed instantly, because the air around her had shifted, ancient, resonating, and Lyra spoke, not uncertain, not confused, but with a voice that felt remembered.
This flower belongs to me. It has always been mine, because I am the dragonfire god's wife. I am, and forever be, his Larytheum.
Roy's eyes widened in shock, but he was too late. She reached for the flower. The moment her fingers touched it, a blinding flash erupted from the Altisha flower. Light exploded across the borderlands. Wild, sacred, alive. The flower pulsed and Lyra pulsed with it, as if the two had recognized each other at last. Then the resonance surged outward, straight toward the Tower of Avelos. The heavens shook, and from deep within the tower, a heartbeat answered. Loud, powerful, Ancient, boom. Another boom. The pulse spread across the lands of Avelos, echoing through mountains, waters, and skies. Every creature froze. Every flame bent, because the heart within the tower had awakened. And for the first time in centuries, Avelos heard its emperor's heart beating once more. Far away, Nathan felt it. A violent pulse tore through the bond of the realms, ancient, overwhelming. His heart slammed against his chest. Then, without understanding why, without even knowing what had happened, he shouted,
Lyra, what's going on? Why does it feel like I'm losing you?
Before him, beyond the barrier, the wherein stood. No longer retreating, no longer distant. And at their front, Commander Thyatis, silent, unmoving, watching Etheria like a predator, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Nathan's eyes darkened, still shaken by what he had felt through the bond. Then, Thyatis finally spoke.
The Divine Maiden has awakened.
Silence followed, heavy, dangerous. Nathan's jaw tightened because whatever had just happened had changed everything. And now the Rorans were ready to infiltrate Etheria. Commander Thyatis slowly lifted his gaze toward the Tower of Avelos. The pulse was still echoing across the empire, the awakened heartbeat shaking the skies themselves. Then a voice reached him. Ancient, absolute.
Thyatis, you may now return to Avelos. The Emperor and the Divine Maiden have finally been connected. The barrier that kept them from reaching one another has shattered. It is now only a matter of time before the Divine Maiden, our goddess, our Empress, remembers. And when she speaks the true name of our Lord and Emperor and call him the Dragonfire God, our Lord shall awaken completely.
The Rorans lowered themselves to one knee. Then Commander Thyatis spoke.
Hail our Lord and Emperor! Hail the Divine Maiden!
And beyond the barrier, Nathan stood frozen. Because for the first time he truly understood. Something far greater than war had begun. The moment Velamir's voice faded, the Rorans vanished. One by one, their forms dissolving into shadows and flame, returning to Avelos. The border fell silent, too silent. Nathan remained standing there, motionless. The words still echoing in his mind, the Divine Maiden. The Emperor. The barrier has shattered. Then suddenly his knees gave way. He dropped to the ground. Nathan rose abruptly, unable to ignore the fear gripping his heart. Wherein, a powerful neigh thundered across Etheria as golden fire spiraled through the skies. Nathan mounted him in one swift motion.
To Eldrin. Lyra, please be safe, my love. I'm coming for you.
Roy stood frozen, the light from the awakened flower still reflected in his eyes. His mind replayed everything, the pulse, the resonance, the heartbeat that shook Avelos itself. And Lyra's voice, I am the Dragonfire God's wife. Then Lyra's body suddenly gave out. And she fainted, only to be caught gently in Roy's arms before she could hit the ground.
No. This can't be. Lyra. The woman I love. The woman whose tears I could never endure. You are not merely an empress, nor simply a goddess. You are the wife of the most feared god in the immortal realms, the Dragonfire God, the one whose voice alone can make even powerful beasts tremble and bow their heads.
As Roy carried the unconscious Lyra in his arms, the borderlands suddenly trembled. A terrifying pressure descended upon Eldrin, the winds exploded violently. And then, a voice thundered across the land filled with fury powerful enough to shake the ground itself.
Get your filthy hands off my wife.
Roy carefully laid Lyra beneath the tree before standing and facing Nathan. Unbothered. Thrilled. He smiled faintly.
So, we finally meet, Nathan. Or should I call you King Yael?